Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the YouTube station identification of one of New Bedford, Massachusetts resident YouTubers. I am here live in the basement. No, this is not NTV's remote control, and I'm not Ken Ober. God rest his soul. My name is Eric Lima, and you are watching WEML-TV Channel 77, episode number 221. Is Impact Event Center for May the 13th, 2021. Today is May the 14th, 2021, however, and it's 1:56 p.m., almost 2 o'clock. It is a BEA beautiful day outside. In fact, it's going to be a BEA beautiful weekend. And for the weekend, 70-degree days. That's right, days in the low 70s, which is a start. This is good, you know. A lot has gone on, as you know. Last night, if you checked me and the boys, I should say, Mr. Brandon Martin, Mr. Jordan Little, his return, and Mr. Michael Bombardier, and myself, we had the honor of interviewing and talking to ECW Legend Original Sabu last night, and he was really, really cool. Unfortunately, he was cut off because the battery was dying on his device, and it's understandable. But I want to take the time to thank you, Sabu, for taking the time out to be interviewed by us, talk to us, and here at Rant and Rave, we were honored to have you. Then I want to thank Dan XP for coming in and asking questions himself, and I think Dan XP has great and extensive wrestling knowledge, and I'm more than happy to have him as a co-host as well. We'll see what happens in the meantime, in between time. So we're doing very well. So I'm very, very honored, and to have Sabu on, and check out the GoFundMe page for Melissa Coates, who was the pioneer for professional bodybuilding. So she lost her foot, and it was really tough for her, and hopefully to cover the medical costs for her. So check that out if you can. So check out episode 83 of Rant and Rave podcast, and check out Hangman Charlie. That was fun, picking on Hangman Charlie with the hair, looking like Bozo and crying. I gotta stop laughing, and every time I go on there. But the crazy part about that was he's always trash talking our podcast and all that. But you know what? I know it's all in jest and all in fun, but I think Hangman Charlie should be focusing on making the show great instead of picking on poor David. David's only a teenager. Let him live his life. You know. He's only young, okay? He's not you, Charlie. So let the kid live his life, man. That's what I would say. But, however, they had Derek Drexel on, who was also a pro wrestler and from the Indies. But, hey, I'll tell you what. I want to give a shout-out to the newest member of my subscriber group. The newest subscriber, Elite Extreme Women. A.K.A. Susie the Elf, A.K.A. Nikki. Nikki, welcome aboard. Glad to have you part of my channel as far as a subscriber. And I hope you enjoy all my content. Any questions you have for me and comments you have for any of my videos, let me know. I'll appreciate your input and whatnot. So like I said, I'm focusing on having fun, entertaining as far as gaming. From my Saturday Superstarcade, from my for all the wrestling, AEW, Impact, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK 205 Live. Also, all my Flash Game Show plays, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you enjoy, Nikki. Appreciate you having the board, and thank you for coming in on the Rant and Rave podcast as part of the chat last night, asking a lot of questions and all that great extensive wrestling knowledge. And thank you for your subscription and for your support. So, very honored to have you on board, Nikki. Very honored to have you on board. I got 121 subscribers. Thank you all for your support, and I do appreciate you all. So, I know it's very hard to try to express yourself without, people getting on your case about a lot of things, and it is a challenge, but I can do it without being negative and angry and all that good stuff. And it's 2 o'clock, if you believe that. So anyways, so it's going to be something else. So, You know, I am just, I want to give a shout out to my first cousin, Kaylin Smith. She, part of Dance Drive's uh, um, studio, and she has done a wonderful, wonderful job of a wonderful job with her dancing and all that. So, and I got to give a shout out to my cousin Bree Fallon for training her right, and you know, she's done a wonderful job. So, Kaylin, best, awesome job. Best of luck to you, and just keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Alrighty then. Now it's time for my Impact event center for May the 13th, 2021. As you know, Under Siege is this Saturday. As you know, there's a six-way matchup to decide the number one contender for the Impact World title. And there'll be a huge six-man tag as Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers to team up against Eddie Edwards and Finn Juice. That would be an excellent matchup, to say the least. They had a number one contenders match for the Knockouts Championship to kick it off. Rosemary of Decay went one-on-one with Havoc. And Havoc, Rosemary had a little bit... Havoc, which is not a wise idea because Havoc is a lot bigger and stronger than Deanna. And then when Havoc was getting the upper hand, Kimberly and Susan try to intervene, but DK cuts them off. So, but ended up, as a result, Havoc didn't get the upper hand back. Tombstone, Deanna Purrazzo, there's that. And then Gia Miller interviewed the Elite team of Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Good Brothers. And Vaughn, we don't know who's going to stop these guys, because I'm telling you one thing right now. Somebody's going to step up and slap these guys around. I'm kind of personally hoping it's Moose to slap these guys around. I can see Moose put a big foot right in the face of Omega for that Impact World Championship. But we'll see. And the six-way number one contenders match. I'm personally hoping Sami Callihan could rip Kenny Omega apart, too. That's another thing, too. I'm hoping. Somebody's going to stop Kenny Omega and Don Callis and all that. And June 2nd, looks like Ohio's starting to get everything going. Sure, and he's writing a message. Toby Mack. Thank you, Toby Mack, for that inspirational message. So, I personally cannot wait to see what would happen. To see what happens to the Elite. The Elite has been messing around with Impact and AEW. It's crazy, let me tell you. They had a six-way number one contenders match for the X Division title at Under Siege. Petey Williams versus Ace Austin versus El Fantasma versus AC Romero and versus Rohit Raju and versus TJP. El Fantasma won, and when Impact says old school off the ropes into a new move, and then all of a sudden Phantasmo said old school, the Undertaker couldn't lace my boots. Phantasmo, El Phantasmo, what the heck were you saying? What the heck were you tweeting, bro? I mean, dude, did you have to disrespect a dead man like that? You're lucky he retired, or else he would have dropped you on your head. You would have been wearing a neck brace for a couple of weeks after that tombstone. Man, my goodness. El Phantasmo, think, bro, think. Now everyone wants you want to trash talk the Undertaker because he's retired now? Dude. Let me tell you something. Then Susan and Kimberly were complaining about Taylor Wilde and Tennille Dashwood. So Scott D. Moore says, fine. You two, you want to have it? Tag team match between the two of you. Between you two teams. Something else, man. Something else. And then Violent by Design cut a promo saying they'll be watching around and taking over and all that good stuff. Swingers Palace, which Alicia Edwards is now working as a Swingerella because I think she'd pay off the betting debt or something like that. Then was tag team contenders arguments, and then there was a shoving match between Triple XL and Fulton and Austin, which was even crazy. Sam Beal went one-on-one with Willie Mack, with Willie Mack picking up the victory. And then W. Morrissey ended up attacking Willie Mack. Those two will go one-on-one at Under Siege this Saturday. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. Chris Sabin talking about how he's going to walk out being the #1 contender to go after Kenny Omega. Omega and Sabin, I'll sign up for that matchup if Sabin does win. That's for sure. Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering were talking about when Jordan Grace lost to Tasha Steelz in that before the Impact matchup, and then Rachel Ellering's trying to encourage her and say, listen, we got this. We're the Knockouts Tag Team Champions. And those belts will be on the line in a rematch for this Saturday as well. Brian Myers went one-on-one with Crazy Steve. Myers did pick up the victory via cheating, but then DK, who did not like that, laid out Brian Myers, and then the tarot card was dropped on Myers' chest, known as the death card. Brian Myers, I wouldn't mess with DK if I were you. Man, I wouldn't mess with him at all. And then GM Miller interviewed D'Amore and Callis about... the thing is, I was having a tough time trying to pay attention because I was doing the Rant and Rave podcast because it comes on at the same time as Impact Wrestling and whatnot. So, and they were talking about, about Under Siege and what's going to happen and all that. And then not GM Miller. And then there was a 6-man tag for the main event. Moose, Sami Callihan, and Chris Bay that's one half of the main event against Chris Sabin, Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder, and Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel's another guy I wouldn't underestimate in this. But the Moose, Sami Callihan, Chris Bay won, and then there was a shoving match, especially between Moose and Sami Callihan. Those two egos, I tell you what, this Saturday, those 6 are going to be really, really going at it. So I can't personally wait for that. That's all of the that is all of the Impact Event Center for May the 13th, 2021 yesterday. Tonight, SmackDown, the final SmackDown before WrestleMania Backlash. There's going to be a lot of crap going on. A lot of stuff going on there, I should say. A lot of craziness. Well, how will Jimmy Uso respond to what happened last week? How's Roman Reigns and Jey Uso? Was the bloodline going to be together in this situation? It's going to be crazy to say the least. Also, how Bayley and Bianca Belair are going to respond to each other. Who knows what is going to happen in the next few days. I mean, and what's going to happen over the weekend. Tomorrow, this Sunday, is WrestleMania Backlash. Can't wait. We'll see what happens. I will make my picks and predictions tomorrow. That'll be one of my videos for tomorrow. And then I think for my next few videos, I'll probably play some more. Play some more. I'm trying to raise my hand. This thing flickers at the bottom. I don't know. It's weird. So that is going to be all the time that I have here. And I'm hoping to deliver more episodes of my show to you all. So, see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And wake up, because the Lord blessed you with this great day and blessed you with me, he being here. And as far as I'm concerned, I'll be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, until then, see you next episode. Bless out.